Let's just point out the obvious here. Yes, we're in the same clothes, all right? Same clothes as the last video. Taking advantage of the rainy day and shooting 2 of these videos. Me and Mike were just talking as we were getting out the gear for this video. These are fun. Like, we're having a good time shooting these videos and hope you guys are enjoying them as well. Really appreciate you guys and gals for clicking on the video. Let's get this one rolling. This one here is near and dear to my heart. This technique is why I don't catch many fish, because I love doing it. I cannot get enough of it, and you can't always force feed the bass. You know, they don't want it, they don't want it. And I just try to keep feeding it to them, and most of the time they don't want it, but that's how I love to fish. And if you don't know, we're talking about shallow cranking. I love a square bill. Absolutely love it. Chersky, any input on that?
They're pretty. I love them. I don't use them that much.
And he loves them.
Pretty sexy.
Pretty sexy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Appreciate the input, Mike.
You're welcome.
I would take what he says, it's kind of like, what do they call that old saying, like, with a grain of salt. Because I'm not really sure how much cranking he's actually done, right?
I ain't even sure how much cranking I've done.
Okay. Let's hop into this. Shallow cranking. I just grabbed a few boxes. I got like 30. And I'm pretty sure what's in these few boxes here is my top 5, right? This one here, big variety in here. This is one of those Plano CDS boxes, super old box. Love this box here, been discontinued for some time now. A lot of you guys still ask about this box to this day when you guys see it in other videos. But let's start with the obvious. You guys already know 2 of them, hands down. I mean, I got a box full of just these 2 baits here. And that's KVD 1.5 Bomber Square Egg. That's how much I love these baits, right? So I got a box, like I said, dedicated for these 2 baits here. Now, just like everything else, I don't know what it is about these baits. They catch fish. I got a ton of confidence in them, so they're in my top 5. Now, these here, these are the KVD 1.5s, all right? Gizzard shad, my go-to, all right? Hold that picture, make yourself useful in these videos, all right? You know what I'm saying? So KVD 1.5, but these are not your typical 1.5s. Like if you go to Tackle Warehouse, you cannot get these, okay? These are a Bass Pro exclusive. These are not, oh crap, this one actually is, I grabbed the wrong one. This one is, let me grab another one, because this one let me explain this. This one is the hard knock, and we've done a video on this. This is the hard knock, okay? Hold on. This is the Bass Pro exclusive. Hard knock, Bass Pro exclusive. The hard knock, to me, it's a one knocker rattle. To me, it's more high pitched.
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, it sounds a little louder.
It's a little louder, hard knock. Bass Pro exclusive.
Yeah.
To me, this is a deeper one knocker. To me, this one is harder. Do you agree with that, or is it just me?
That one's definitely louder.
So you think the hard knock is louder? To me, this just has that deeper thud to it. You know what I mean?
That's got a high thud.
This has a high thud. This has a deeper thud. Use that info however you will. I do way better on the Bass Pro exclusives. That deeper, harder thud. I just do better with it for whatever reason. I don't do great with a silent. I do switch from a silent from time to time, but fishing pretty stained and muddy water, I like a rattle, and I've done better with this type of rattle, that one knocker, deeper thud type rattle, okay? So number 1, KVD 1.5, and I run, these are mustads on either one. I run mustads on all my 1.5s, mustad, Number 4, short shanks. Short shanks, that's the EWG triple grip. They also have a round bend, which I do run those from time to time as well. I got a video on that, which I'll link down below. But for the most part, size 4 short shank triple grips. I got a code for Mustad. I'll link down below. Check it out. Did I ever say that?
Oh.
He's not even. I don't even. He's not even paying attention. I'm not sure why he's even here. He's seeing what bait he can steal from me next, right? So number 1, KVD 1.5 Gizzard Shad is my go-to color, and hard to beat it. Probably another reason that I really do like the KVD 1.5 and the Bomber. They're not that expensive. Bombers are like $4, $5 maybe. I think $4. Another bait you can get over there at Lurenet, code TJD1 saves you 15%, so you can get them even cheaper. But for, I think these are like $6.99 possibly. I always buy them on sale. I never pay full price. I try not to pay full price for anything. I always wait for sales. That's why I have so many of the 1.5s. You guys see hooks in my room full of them. When they're on sale, I'll buy a bunch of them. But that's kind of what I was getting at. That's why I like these baits so much. Obviously, 1, they catch fish. But 2, they're not that expensive. I like to throw them probably where I shouldn't. And no doubt I break off Squarebills every time I go out. Probably a few. So it does suck. So if I was throwing like mega bass nonstop, that would get like very expensive. So these catch fish, and they don't break the bank. You know, I don't mind throwing in some brush or wherever, you know, and I have a chance of losing them. I don't mind it. So anyways, that's that. KVD 1.5 Gizzard Shad would be my go-to in the KVD 1.5 there. We'll get into the Bomber here in a second, because I do have that one actually tied on. I can just close in here. And I'm sure you guys are gonna ask about this too. You can see this whole box here. See all that green? Those are hook bonnets. And I got a code for those as well. I'll link them down below. Check it out. But you can grab any bait in this box here, and they're not tangled up, right? They got hook bonnets on there, so you're protecting your baits, the finish, and all that. And you're saving yourself some time. You're not digging through baits trying to untangle them and you know, to be able to tie one on. Like, hold that mic. Like this box here. All right. Let's just see if I grab one bait in here. I got 3, right? You know, gotta have the hook bonnets, right? Okay. So anyways, KVD 1.5, number 1. I feel like this might be a long video. We're like 8 minutes in. I do a lot of talking. We need to stop that. Here's another one that I do like. I'm not a big fan of that sexy shad. I feel that color catches the fisherman. I don't do that well. But this one here, this is, dude, look at that bill. That's cranking, dude. Grind it down. That baby's not even like, don't have any edges on it anymore. That is chartreuse sexy shad. I do like this one. I do catch fish on this one, but standard sexy shad, man, take it or leave it. I don't really do well on it. Okay. Bomber Square A, which we'll get into that one when we talk about the rods, if it's on the rod. So you guys know that one. You guys been hearing about that one for like 10 years. Number 3, I'm going with the Bandit. All right, Bandit 100, a bit smaller profile. Again, it's got that. I like that rattle, and I don't know if that's what really works best for me. That rattle with all the BBs, I don't do that well. I like that one knocker type rattle. And this one right here, Bandit 100, this is one of their special run colors in the paint shop there. I think it's called, no, Dirty Shad? I don't really know. It might be Dirty Shad. Great dirty watercolor though. All right. And it just flat out catches fish. A bit smaller profile. It's a bit harder to cast. It's a bit lighter. And I do have a different combo for that, again, which we'll get into at the end of the video. But just a tried and true, solid Squarebill there. Bandit 100, another bait you can pick up over there at Lurenet. But pretty killer bait there. And this one here, these are the owner trebles, and I got a video on these as well. Gonna link it down below. Definitely check that out. I did a review on these treble hooks. You can see there, they look a little different, if you guys can see that. Definitely check out that review. But yeah, Bandit 100, definitely a solid choice. Okay, this is really tough. I mean, from that point, I mean, those are my like 3 go-tos. I always have KVD 1.5, Bomber Square A, Bandit 100, and I'll always tie it on. I love those 3. And it comes down to 2. Obviously, they catch fish, but again, they're just not that expensive. I can throw them wherever, break them off, slap them against a concrete wall, and break them, and I'm not crying like if I were to do that with megabass, right? Not saying megabass don't catch fish, and I don't mind spending that type of money on a Squarebill if it catches fish, but I've just done way better than these. I mean, I got the megabass right there, the S crank and all that. Again, I didn't do all that fantastic on it to keep throwing it. You know, I like it, but I have my confidence. My main confidence is in those 3. Okay, to pick a 4 and a 5 is going to be tough. Like Excite Baits, I love theirs. That's a great one. It's got a what do you call that? A weight transfer system in it, man. This one here, you can cast a mile. Love the Excite one there. Oh, the IMO, that's another good one. This one here, that's another good one there. The IMO, that's a good one there. Mike, let me see a different box here. Can't even close this one up.
All right.
That one's a disaster. Okay. Oh yeah, we're getting just some juice here, boy. Jack All Aska. How many of you guys know about that one there? That's a banger. Is that what the kids say these days? That's a banger. Yeah, I love the IMAs. Oh, I'll tell you what. This one has to be on. If you're a shallow cranker, this one probably has to be on there. Lucky Craft. Mike don't say nothing. He's like, I don't know. Lucky Craft. The RC 1.5. The old Rick Glunn series. I got a handful of these in here. This one was a banger, dude. I love that one too. That was a banger. Yeah, these are some good ones for sure. I guess I gotta throw that in there. Gotta throw the Rick Glunn Lucky Craft 1.5s in there. We're in size 2 on that one there. But that's probably, yeah, we're gonna go with that one, man. Number 4, the Rick Glunn. Rick Glunn Lucky Craft 1.5, old school. That's a good one, dude. Tried and true Squarebill. This one here probably dang near started it all, dude. I love this one. Probably one of the first ones that I got. The Lucky Craft there. Dude, I don't know about, man. Number 5 is going to be tough. These are good too. These are discontinued. That's a Coppers. How many of you guys remember those? Coppers Squarebill. Mike's like, that's pretty. I want that one.
I want that one.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a good one here, man. I didn't even get out my other boxes, but I know I would find the top 5 in these. But this one here is a good one. I don't probably have the 50 in here. This is the Spro Fat John 60. Love this one. It's silent, but dude, it moves a lot of water. I really do like this one there. It's silent, but that big body there, it moves some water. This is a good one here. Love the 50 as well. 60 is a good one. But you know what, dude? You know what I'm gonna go with? And they don't even make it in the rattling anymore. Because I bet these are all even silent. Let me check here. Yep, silent. This is probably a rattling. Yeah. But I broke off my last rattling of this bait. I think they only make it in the silent now. But this is the Storm Arashi, what do they call it? Arashi Square 3. I think they made a 3 and a 5 maybe, or 3 and a 7. I think it was a 3 and a 5 maybe. This is the 3, Storm Arashi Squarebill. This one here, that one there, dude, that's a fish catcher. I probably never told you the story.
Oh, no.
On the shad color. And believe it or not, guys, let me go ahead and show you guys this one. This one here is not, like, you can see through that. That's like kind of translucent. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't want to get them too close. I know the GoPros kind of suck for focusing, but this one here is pretty translucent. You can see all the BBs and everything. I fish pretty muddy water for the most part. But the lake down the street here, it's about 18, 20 minutes from me. My biggest fish, or biggest bass out of that, it's a little over 5 pounds. But I tell you what, I had probably my biggest bass out of that lake on that Squarebill. All right, on a rattling Stormarashi. Like I said, I think it's like the 3-footer. But that's when I had my tracker and I had the power pole. And I came out of some brush, hooked her, and I was walking her around the boat. I knew I just couldn't horse her in. She was a big gal. And I was walking her around the boat. I was like, crap, man, I knew I had that power pole. So as soon as I lifted the rod up to go around that power pole, she came up, jumped, and I lost her. But the biggest bass that I've ever had on, Mike, at that lake came on this Squarebill right here. But yeah, it's give me that. But this one here, I'm gonna put my top 5, and it had some like, I don't even remember the features on this bait, to be honest with you guys. I think it's like some self-tuning line tie head on there, but it's a rattling, at least the one that I liked is rattling. The shad colors that I have now are silent, but this one here was a fish catcher, man. Moved a lot of water. It did have a rattle to it. It's got more than BB type rattles to it, but kind of high pitch. But it was a fish catcher. This was probably, I'm gonna put it in my top 5. You know, and guys, like I said, it's hard to pick top 5. I probably got 30, 40 different Squarebills. You know, it's my favorite way to catch them. But these are ones that I have like really good memories on. To where, oh yeah, these caught fish. I gotta have this one tied on. And this was one for like that whole year. I never took this one off. I mean, this is a great Squarebill there. So yeah, so the KVD 1.5, Bomber Square A, Bandit 100, RC 1.5, Stormarashi. That's what we're going with. We'll go ahead and show you guys the Bomber Square A when I get to it. So you guys know my 5. Mike, what do you got, dude? Mike's got it tied on. What you got?
This sexy beast right here.
Bait sack. If you guys can see that bait sack, we'll get into that on my combos.
Yep.
Gonna break the guides there on the rod.
Yep.
What you working with, Mike? Tell us about it. What you got?
I got a Guggen.
Guggen.
1.5.
1.5. Pick them up at Carl's. Got a little code over there on the screen, link down below. So Mike's going Guggen Squarebill.
Oh yeah. 1.5.
And this is like your favorite color, or like what's the deal here? Or did you just tie this thing on?
I just tied it on.
Just basically tied it on. How many fish have you caught?
None.
None. Okay. Mike's not much of a cranker, I will tell you that. Not much of a cranker. But he does have a box of Guggen Squarebills, because I remember he also stole those from me. But yeah, that really is actually, it's a solid crankbait. Squarebill we got here. This probably has a 1 knocker. Yeah. Good rattle in there. Sticky hooks. Do those come on their stock? Did I change those? Those might be mustaches. I don't know what those are.
Oh, I remember that. I got that one out of a box. That's your tackle box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they come with mustaches or what comes on there. But yeah. Sticky. I think they're mustaches. Sticky sharp hook, oval, split ring on there. Typically, if I didn't say that, if they don't come with an oval, I add an oval. I like an oval split ring there. That way you're not worrying about tying in the split. So anyways, Mike, Guggen, 1.5. All right. Guys, make sure you guys let us know down below. Let us know down below your favorite Squarebill, your top 5 or whatever. And like I said, you know, I know I've already said this. I like a lot of different Squarebills. So just because I didn't name it, don't mean I don't like it, don't mean I don't throw it. Those 5 I just have a ton of confidence in. Mike's combo here. Let's go and start with the bait sack. This company used to be called Calco's Fishing, now it's called TackleWorks. One of my favorite products from them, the bait sack. All right, keep the hooks out of your seats, out of your carpet. Great for the rod locker, for traveling. Keep your bait in the sack. Little deal on the back there, little clip it on the rod. So if you don't have a hook keeper on your rod, if you don't like the hook keeper, if you don't like the placement, whatever the case may be, get yourself a bait sack. Keep the bait in the sack. Keep the hooks out of your seat, out of your carpet. Absolutely love them. Got videos on them. I'll link them down below. Got a discount code as well. I'll pop up on the screen and link them down below. But TackleWorks bait sack is definitely a must-have, especially for your treble hook type baits. Whether you're cranking, top water, swim baits, whatever, keep them in the sack there. All right, for the combo. This is the Akuma EVX series, one of my favorite series. Sadly, it's been discontinued. But this rod is a medium heavy with a moderate action. So it's got a nice soft tip to it, which is exactly what you want for those little treble hooks. And this allows the fish to get the bait, but it also keeps them pinned. If a fish were to come up and jump, all right, and that rod unloads, that softer tip, that action, that nice soft action, it doesn't put that much pressure on those small hooks when the fish goes back down. All right, if it was a broomstick, when the fish jumps and the rod unloads, when they go back down, since that rod is so stiff, most likely the hooks are going to tear out. So anytime you're using treble hooks, you usually want a nice soft action rod like a cranking rod. Keep them pinned with that moderate action. Understand that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. 7 foot, medium heavy, moderate action. Reel, SLX, one of my favorite reels in that $100 price point, that range there. Hard to beat the SLX there. In a 6.3, great cranking speed. This one here, it does look a little low on line. Mike was running, I was running 15-pound Seagar and BizX on this combo. And then Michael stole it from me, right? He needed a cranking combo, so he came in there and just helped himself to this one. But looks like he had a major backlash and cut off a lot of line there. But when I spool it up after this video, he'll be running again 15-pound Seagar in BizX. Great, this is just a great do-all type fluorocarbon. Yeah, I love the Tatsu as well for certain situations, love the AbrazeX. But if I can only pick one, it's really hard to beat the InvizX. I tell you what, I've been loving the basics as well. Been using it for spinner baits, but I will crank with it like I've been telling you guys. We'll do a review on it. But so far, loving the basics as well, but hard to beat the InvizX. Okay, for me, we'll start with the lighter crank combo. This one here, as Mike would say, is pretty dang sexy, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's start with the bait. This is the bait that I talked about, which you guys already know what it is, but I didn't show it because I knew I had it on this combo here. Bomber Square A. This one here will always be in my arsenal, especially this color. Dude, I have so many, not so many, but I do actually catch big fish. And when I was catching them, man, it was on this bait right here. I'll put a couple on the screen for you guys. One's like a 6.4, another one's got to be a 7, caught on the Bomber Square A. And I don't do much to it other than change out the line tie there. I guess I pretty much do everything you can do to them. I change out the line tie to an oval. You guys can see that, and I got videos on this. I'll link it down below. I changed the hook split rings to a size 2, and I upgrade the hooks to a Mustad size 6 short shank. Put a couple bucks in hardware. The bait itself's like $4 or $5. Dude, it is an absolute fish catcher, man. Bomber Square A, probably my go-to color right here, apple red craw. One of my favorites was Tennessee shad, which sadly was discontinued, but it might be coming back. You didn't hear that from me, okay? Didn't hear from me, especially if it don't come back. You didn't hear that from me. But there's a chance it might come back. All right. So this combo here, man, this is great for those lighter baits. I have the Square A on here, which I will toss on my standard combos. This combo is really good for like the Bandit 100s, the 1.0s, you know, the KVD 1.0s, the smaller cranks. This combo really shines. This is a Kistler Chromium. Dude, this rod, you will never own. This rod, I will never, ever give you. These rods are awesome, super light, sensitive. I love this like carbon wrap on here. I need to do a review on these rods. If you don't want to wait, just go buy them. You will love them for sure. I got a few in this series. Absolutely love this rod here. But it's their cranking rod. Maybe I can turn it around and see it here. This is the Shallow Cranks Top Waters. It's a 7'2" medium power. And let's see here, it loads at 1/8 and maxes out at a half ounce. Just a great cranking rod here for those lighter weights. It says fast action on there, but like I said, it's got a lot of tip. It's a nice soft cranking rod for sure. Anyways, Kistler Chromium, and I have that paired up with the Daiwa Tatula. This is the 80. Again, great for, you know, lighter line you know, lighter baits, things like that. Running 12-pound test. That is a Cigar Invisex. And I do have that in a 6.3, I believe. Yeah, 6.3 Tatula 80. Absolutely love this combo for that light cranking. Mike, it's a shame that you'll never experience this, but it truly is. It truly is an amazing combo. You want to touch it? Fantastic lightweight cranking combo right there. Okay, my standard combo that I'll put anywhere from like 1.5 up to like a DT10, which I don't throw that often. DT6 is pretty standard, but I will throw up to like a DT10 on here. This is the Akuma Guide Select. Akuma Guide Select, a medium power, which typically I like a medium heavy for my shallow cranking. I like to have enough beef to get them out of there. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in some brush or whatever, I like to have a good amount of backbone. I typically like a medium heavy, but I said before about this rod, this medium power to me feels more like that medium heavy. So this one here is a medium, but to me it has a medium heavy feel to it. Moderate action, again, nice soft action to it. 7-footer, Akuma Guide Select. Got a handful of these. Absolutely love this cranking rod. Again, it's kind of like my workhorse. Squarebills from the, I mean, I can even toss 1.0s on here from the smaller size, 1.5, 2.5, and up. It's a great cranking rod for sure. Daiwa Zillion SVTW 6.3. Still one of my favorite reels to this day. I got a review on it. I'll link it down below. Definitely check it out. 15-pound Cigar Invisex. Guys, this is one heck of a cranking combo right here. And again, it's a shame that Mike will never get to experience this. No way, dude, you are getting my Zillion. No way. It ain't happening, boy. I'm gonna put alarms on these when you go to steal them. I'm gonna get notified.
Good.
But yeah, great cranking combo. I think on here, I was at Kincaid, I guess that was when? A couple weeks ago?
Something like that.
And I think this is the, I even tried that stupid blade. I caught a few on that. Remember that?
Yeah.
VMC. Buddy of mine, when we went to Kincaid last time, he was whipping me. And I think the only difference was he had 12-pound test on, I had 15, and he had this VMC bladed treble. He had it on the rear. I put it on the front this time. But this is I think this is the Booyah Squarebill from Lurenet. Because I was throwing the KVD 1.5. I think I was throwing the Excite as well. I wanted something silent. So I went to these. Caught a few more fish. They were small. But anyways, that's what I was running last on that rod. Got a biospawn popper in here as well. But yeah, that is my cranking combos, man. Cranking combos.
Yeah, these are my cranking combos.
Boy.
See these?
I will take your rod and slap you with it if you don't give me my rod back.
I can try and grab it.
Huh?
Try and grab it.
Try and grab it? Boy. Boy. Chump. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up. Had a blast as usual. That's the top 5. Might not be what you guys expected. Like I said, I use a ton of different ones, but those consistently catch fish. They're not breaking the bank, and they just flat out work for me. You know, Mike, digging the Guggen, whatever works for you.
Nice.
Let me know your favorite down below as well. Love you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up, subscribe
To me.
ding the bell, not to him.
To me.
Love you guys, and we are out.
Bye.